bottom right-hand corner of the map, pictured as the red Zerg player with the gamertag Rex Tierkreis. It's not anything backwards either. Ladies and gentlemen, Hyun, currently down 1-3 against his opponent in the top left-hand corner in this best-of-9 series. First person to make it to 5 will take it. Will it be this gentleman? He is currently 2 wins away from Team FXO. Blue Zerg player, he is Leenock. Kevin.
Yeah.
You seem sad right now.
Yeah, 'cause you stole my intro. but other than that.
Oh, that's why you're sad. He's like, you were looking at me the whole time. You had like this big sad lip.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, why? Why, Kev?
Because now I'm sad.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Can I give you my intro next time?
Sure.
Okay.
If you want to. Anyway, where we are on
I
World
was
War,
waiting
guys.
for Shucky Darn. That's
It's,
what I was waiting for.
It's an enormous map. This map.
Yes.
And a couple of cool things about it, of course. Zelnaga Tower in the middle only reveals a few of the attack paths. It gets out to about here, give or take. So you have these bushes, these line of sight blockers that you can actually run through, and multiple paths around the edges, around these high ground areas. So there is certainly some opportunity for some late game shenanigans, being able to get units out of sight, things like that. But for now, what we got to talk about is this very quick gas, very quick pool coming out of FXO Leenock. I guess not very quick pool, but certainly going to get Zergling speed up very, very fast.
No, you're definitely right. Leenock, I mean, expecting something like a Roach Warren on a map like this, it's far too large. So from Hyun's perspective, on the other hand, did go for that very, very quick hatchery, followed it up with a pool, and no gas quite yet, which last time he dropped down the gas at 16 supply, I think around 100 minerals, maybe something like that. So we'll see if he reciprocates it, and here it is, yeah. Right around 100, once again, is Hyun taking the gas.
All right, yeah, I mean, this has worked for him in the last game. It failed on him a couple of games ago, but Leenock is significantly switching things up right now, and he is actually keeping one worker on gas for the time being. He's going to get his hatchery or so, I would presume, here in just a bit. But, of course, he wants to be able to get out there and put on at least a little bit of pressure. There's one larvae sitting around, not really sure what he's going to do with that for the time being. This will be a pretty big tell for us. It looks like he's actually just going to wait for that 19 hatch.
Yeah, heading down the ramp, and we'll secure that as a couple of Zerglings do head out. That will force some units, you know, response out of Hyun. 4 Zerglings, of course, do kill a queen. All by itself. So right now, no, actually, they're just going to chill at the top of the ramp. It's a little bit interesting. Is expecting, I guess, the possibility of some early units here from Hyun. As we said, you know, it's a gigantic map. So it's not uncommon, excuse me, for people to take hatches first or spawning pools very early.
And 6 more lings popping up right now for Leenock, so he's going to be putting on some speedling pressure once again. Now, the extent of the speedling pressure, not sure quite yet, but Hyun is certainly going to have to be very aware of this.
Now, this is a little consequential to Hyun not going for a drone scout. He has no information. He's just sending some Zerglings out right now, but this is a cool play out of Leenock, realizing, Hyun, you haven't been drone scouting. You know, I can make a lot of lings and hide them in my base. And one's big enough that you're not going to be able to find me.
Well, the Zergling is revealed now, and it looks like Leenock is just going to show this. He actually kills the Zergling before anything else is done, but that's just 8 lings. There were 4 more that were around the side that did actually just pop underneath the vision of this Overlord, so Hyun should know that there's at least 12 lings coming his way. What he may not know is that this is, once again, another giant speedling, bailing push out of FXO Leenock.
Oh, and it definitely is, and it's a lot more difficult to defend than Ohana. Gonna get a quick surround here on the Zerglings in the Spine Crawler, which will go down, but, you know, there's a lot of Zerglings here. Now, yeah, he's going to be forced back with the addition of the 4 Zerglings, but the Queens would have poked in a ton of damage there anyways, so that would have been a weird trade if the Zerglings didn't show up. Because Leenock needs the lings to support the banelings.
Yes, and he is just continuing to produce more and more and more and more and more lings over and over again. And Hyun knows exactly what's happening. He got in there, he saw that there were no drones being made, he saw that this was just Zerglings that were popping up, and Hyun is going to finish up his banelings, starting to make his way out. The Queens have actually not fallen quite yet, and once again, Hyun holds really well. Nice transfusions to go ahead and keep those Queens alive too.
Leenock kind of saying, hey, you know, I just did this, so you don't expect me to do it again, right? And actually, Hyun says, I'm just going to play safe in case you do. Hyun opening exactly the same as we were talking about, Kevin, as the first game, and consequently, he's going to hold this push with fine form.
All right, well, Leenock is retreating, Hyun is pushing, and Hyun actually could launch a little bit of an offensive here, and he is. Okay, 5 banelings coming up. I didn't know if he would commit to it or not, because he certainly could just tech right out of this if he wanted to.
Well, it's 42 supply right now to just 28. And we do have 5 banelings on the way for Leenock as well. Are they going to arrive in time? Will he slip the links by into the main? No, he's going to go for the spine crawler instead. A beautiful decision here, as that is going to provide long-term sustained defense for Leenock, and that's exactly what Hyun doesn't want him to have. GG, in fact, is going to go down for Leenock right now.
All right, so that's game number 5. Hyun's won 2 games in a row. He's defended the Speedling Baneling all-in really well twice now. I think Leenock's going to try and switch things up. He can't do it 3 games in a row.
You know, it seems like maybe Leenock thought that Hyun just went for that opening on Ohana, but actually, you know, Hyun's shown he likes that opening in general, and Leenock really can't crack it with that build. So we'll either go back to standard play or mix things up and find a weakness to that build.
Okay, well, Hyun, though, he is still kicking. We'll see if he can continue to bring things back here. Looks like the next map is going to be Abyssal City. That's going to be Leenock's choice. So let's run to that commercial break. We'll be right back for game number 6.